Hello, 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 hello. We're back live. We're back live. Welcome back to the live. Welcome back to the live. I'm probably gonna have to go back on Saturday and make it where we have the setup. So I don't know. Hopefully Saturday I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try and do a live Saturday. But yeah, you guys. How are you doing on this lovely Thursday? How's it going? Hey, Ladybug Edits, how are you doing today? How are you? Yes, I decided to go live a little earlier. I wanted to test to see if it was going to work. So, hi. Welcome back to the live. Trying to see who's here, who's here, who's here. Did you watch Grendiaper? Yes, I did watch the new episode, Grendiaper. I'm trying to see, what did you think? What did you think? I need to do my I need to do my videos for these episodes. I feel like I'm falling so far behind. I have so many episode videos to do. They're just taking me so long now. And I'm trying to figure out how can I actually make them like shorter. But yeah, I did watch Grendiaper. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to break it down a little bit because what? Zoe is back definitely for Grendiaper. So I know a lot of people miss Zoe. So yeah, she's back though. Zoe's back in the show. We got another Zoe sighting slash Vesperia sighting. But yeah, this episode definitely was interesting. And I did not see that coming. Because like, okay, so the villain, you guys saw, I like saw pictures of the akumatized villain. I did not know that the person who was supposed to be like the baby was actually gonna be like, I don't know how old he is, about like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. I thought it was actually gonna be like a baby, cause Monarch, we all know Monarch akumatized the baby like Gigantitan, but turns out the person who's akumatized is actually not a baby. Also, turns out that the person, fan fact, the villain is exactly, turns out the reason why he gets akumatized is because of Zoe. Like, what in the world? Like, Zoe, what, when she transformed, exactly. Like, okay, so one thing I want to point out about Zoe's outfit is I'm kind of confused a little bit, because the show said that her suit transformed. I kind of get that because she was mad. And I'm like, okay, so her suit name for that, I guess, is Fury. So I don't even know how we knew that her name is Fury now. I don't see where people are getting the name from, but they're saying it's Fury. Because we don't hear that name anywhere in the episode, but people are calling her new suit transformation Fury for whatever reason. But yeah, the thing is, what's really crazy about that is they say it changed because she was angry. So I'm like, okay, but the thing that's not making any sense to me is, how was she the only one that had this suit change? Like, why is Zoe's suit the only one that's changing? Because who is your favorite miraculous character? I feel like I said this in the last live. It's Ladybug. My favorite miraculous character is Ladybug. But I'm just saying that what I forgot. It's okay. What I don't understand is, how is Zoe the only one that gets a suit change from being upset? Because we know Zoe got upset. But what I'm not understanding is, why doesn't Ladybug or Cat Noir have this same suit change? Like, for instance, seems like Cat Noir especially, his suit should have changed, because do you know how many times he transformed while he was angry? But he doesn't have a suit change, which I find very weird. Oh, but Zoe gets a suit change all of a sudden, which I'm like, okay, how did that work? Everyone else like has had moments where they've been upset and angry while transforming, yet and still they don't get a suit change, which I thought was pretty weird. But yeah, in Grendiaper, so what also I was trying to figure out, they said that she just came back from New York. And I was like, so wait, did Zoe leave at the end of season 5 to go to New York? Because I know that Chloe's mom actually like sent her to, what was it, London? Yeah, Chloe's mom went to London with Chloe. Therefore, I'm guessing Andre, did he take Zoe back to New York? Like, I'm confused because when the episode starts, it's like, okay, how did that happen? Like, where she said she was coming back from New York, but Zoe was already in Paris. So I'm just trying to figure out, so that means she had to leave at some point, and I kind of don't know where she went or why she left. Maybe I need to go back and rewatch season 5 because maybe I missed something, but I don't ever remember Zoe leaving Paris when she came back down from New York. Because in the episode Soul Crusher, she literally like was introduced, I think, in Soul Crusher. Why would Chloe bully Marinette in 6th grade, I think? Chloe, Chloe is just, one of those characters. She's a bully. Like, Chloe does what Chloe does best. She is a bully. Now, they did make Zoe to replace Chloe, which I don't want to be like that person, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, Zoe is literally Chloe's replacement, and she's supposed to be a nicer version of Chloe. Like, she's supposed to be what Chloe was supposed to be in a way when they made Zoe. But like, having both of them, like, because Chloe did exist in the Miraculous show, it kind of just didn't make any sense. And I'm kind of on the side of being upset with the writers for replacing Chloe. Like I said, Chloe was a bully, so Chloe doing this whole villain thing, it would make sense. But since Chloe is gone, and now they're expecting us to be like, oh, Zoe's now this villain, it's kind of a weird turn, because I thought that the show wanted to make Zoe not like Chloe. But now, by making Zoe have this weird villain like personality that nobody knows about, now you're actually making Zoe like Chloe, like you're making them similar. What would happen if Lila got the Peacock Miraculous? The Peacock Miraculous, well, she could make Senti monsters. Like, that's what Hawkmoth did. He made a lot of Senti monsters, which would be dangerous. Also, if Lila gets a hold of the Peacock Miraculous, she could probably renounce Kagami, Adrian's, and Felix's existence. So, like, they would all turn back to their feather state, like the Senti monsters do. They're amucks. So they would basically turn back into the amok/feathers, which would be bad because Adrian would be snapped out of existence. Now, I have something in this show that I'm scared about. One thing that I'm scared about in this show is what would like actually, I don't think that Adrian's going to be in danger in the show. I just want to point that out because Adrian is a main character and he's Cat Noir. So Adrian, nothing's going to happen to Adrian. What characters I am concerned with, which we saw in Yaxi Galzin, is Kagami and Felix. I feel like Kagami and Felix are at risk of being like renounced out of existence. I feel like either Felix or Kagami, most likely Felix, I feel like it's probably going to be snapped out of existence. I know that sounds sad, but I don't have high hopes for him just because, he looks very similar to Adrian. You know, they basically look like twins. And I don't know if the show is going to try to get rid of Felix, but I am just like, I'm scared for Felix's existence because we already saw that Cerise wants to get a hold of Felix's amok and also like find a way to control Kagami. But also we all know that Cerise is manipulative to get what she wants. So if she gets what she wants, that would mean if Lila got the black cat ring and ladybug earrings, she would make the wish, and the wish she made to get hair so won't be bald. No, oh my goodness, not to be bald. Oh my goodness, no, not Lila making a wish so she could get wish for hair extensions. Wish for a better wig, because that wig was horrible. Honestly, to be honest, I'm gonna say this. When Lila took that wig off, I'm wondering if Miraculous did that because of the fandom. So many people made memes about Lila being bald and her like wearing a wig that I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, did the show actually just like add that in there, or were they planning on it being a wig the whole time? Because it's just kind of funny the way they did it. Like there were so many bald memes for Lila, it was crazy. But yes, in Grendiaper as well. Do I think that Zoe is going to become a villain in the future? Unfortunately, yes. Like, look at what Zoe did. Zoe went around and she basically like put people on roller coasters and tried to make people look bad or silly or goofy. Therefore, it wasn't really hard for Cerise to akumatize these people. And it was partly Zoe's fault, and like Zoe knows it. So do I think that this is Zoe's villain arc? Like, yeah, definitely. I feel like Zoe, listen, Fury's coming back, aka Vesperia, but Fury is definitely gonna, I feel like, make a comeback in the future. It's gonna be a threat. And the reason why I feel like that too is because at the end of the episode, Paulin was asking her, is like, yeah, my queen, do we need to go back out today? Meaning like, do we need to like go humiliate more people? And Zoe was like, no. But I feel like because she didn't tell the superheroes about this, it's definitely going to come back. And it's going to be worse, I feel like, than ever before. What's going to also be weird to me is like, so I'm wondering, is Cerise going to actually try to like make Vesperia / Zoe a part of her evil team because of this? Like, I feel like after a while, if she does it on her own, Cerise probably is eventually going to want to know who actually was doing it. Therefore, Cerise will probably like, you know what? Ladybug doesn't care about you. You know how she does. She's like, Ladybug doesn't care about you. I could actually help you, accomplish your goals and basically do what she did to Chloe, basically, like how Cerise convinced Chloe to join her and do a team up. So I'm wondering, will there be a team up like between Zoe and Cerise, which would be bad for the team? I mean, come on, think about it. She's a superhero within the group. And you know what that thing she did with Tomo and Yaxi Galzin, where she made Tomo become an actor? Like, she genuinely cared about Kagami and she genuinely cared about her actions and what she was doing. But we all know that Tomo was like faking and being an actor. Like, she didn't really care about anything. But yeah, I feel like that same thing's going to happen with Zoe. Like, it's definitely foreshadowing. And we also know that Cerise can't do this alone. As much as, everybody claims that she's a real villain, She's like super scary and all the things. She cannot do this on her own. I feel like Cerise is definitely going to need help. She's going to need a team. Zoe is probably going to join that team. Like, no lie. We already know Tomo's a part of that team. So it's like, could Zoe become a part of that weird Diamond Council as well? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how far is her villain story going to go. Like, will she become a part of the Diamond Council now? Which would be crazy because her mom is already a part, I think, of this Diamond Council. Her brother is a part of this Diamond Council. So I don't think that it would be odd for Zoe to somehow get mixed in with the Diamond Council with what we've seen in the previous episode. So that would be absolutely crazy. I'm not sure where this is going to go. I'm hoping that Zoe does not become a villain. I really don't want her to be a villain. I say that because they wanted her to be the opposite of Chloe. Like, she was supposed to be a great character, somebody that was supposed to be like the nice girl, to have the be miraculous. And then all of a sudden she's supposed to be like this villain now. And I'm like, no, like, let's not make Zoe a villain. Let's make Zoe a good one. I don't know if they're just trying to do this for the show to bring more story, but like, it's just really weird because it's like they wrote her to be the good superhero, and in the end it's like she's just not. It was very weird to me. But yeah, and also Andre is there, and he owns the theater, which I thought was pretty cool. He's a theater person now, and he like shows musicals and things. I think that's a fun thing for her. A lot of people say they are mad at Andre for like basically abandoning Chloe in London, which honestly it is a bad thing, you know. And they're saying that he's over there with Zoe trying to like redeem himself because of how he didn't really help raise Chloe and basically let Chloe do whatever she wants. So, I mean, it's one of those things, but at least I feel like Andre is living his dream though. Like, because of Zoe, like they had that big talk and I thought it was really interesting. So, yeah, but Andre has a theater. That's fun. What else? I'm trying to figure out what I can remember, because if there's one thing I learned while watching these episodes on miraculous.ac is that reading the subtitles is so hard to do. Like, they're in English sub, but like, because they use so many words, I'm sitting there actually trying to read the subtitles for these episodes, and I'm just like, what did I just say? What just happened? Like, I promise you, back. Welcome back, Ladybug's Edits. But yeah, I promise you, reading the subtitles for these episodes are absolutely crazy to me. Like, I don't even know how we're supposed to be reading these subtitles. It's so hard for me. But like, I hope they don't let Cerise actually make the wish like they did with Gabriel. Like, Gabriel made the wish, but I'm like, I don't think that Cerise is actually going to have a chance to make the wish. Kind of like, the London special. In the London special, Cerise made the wish, but Bunnix went, and got Marinette, so she couldn't really make the wish. But it's like, okay. So I'm hoping they don't actually let Cerise make the wish, because I'm kind of scared what would happen if Cerise actually did make it. So I just think it'd be dangerous altogether. But Grendiaper and Zoe's villain arc, I don't know what to think about it. Like, I don't know what to think about Zoe being a villain What character is your not fave? Mine is Lila. What character is my not fave? I have a few characters that are not my favorite, actually. But I don't want to say which characters aren't my favorite just because I know some people um, are very kind of like sensitive towards these characters. So I kind of don't want to say. I will tell you, like, Gabriel definitely was my least favorite. Who else? Ray. Ray is definitely my least favorite character. I mean, I don't like Ray or his gang. Um, there's a few more, but there are certain ones that I'm not gonna name just because I know some people actually do like these characters. And the characters aren't villains. I just there's some characters that I don't like, but I don't want to, say which specific ones because I know people don't feel certain the same way as maybe I do, about those characters. So I don't want to like cause anybody to be like, "Oh my goodness," kind of thing. So but yeah, definitely Ray and his gang are my least favorite characters right now though. Cerise is definitely a least fave, but Ray is kind of one of those characters that is like a mosquito. Like he's just annoying. Like he's just really annoying, and he also is the reason why people are getting akumatized. So it's like, yeah, Ray, why are you doing that? Also, in a way, Ray is also, I feel like, was supposed to be replacing Chloe in a weird way, and I was like, okay, so why not just bring back Chloe instead of making Ray? You are my favorite subscriber in the whole world. Am I? But I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, Ray and his gang are just like, I don't know. Their characters are just absolutely annoying. Like look at them in Sleeping Siren and Reckless Driver, like on purpose leading Agley into that butterfly, little thing. I mean YouTuber. Oh, thanks. But like, yeah. So Ray going and leading Agley into that butterfly cage, knowing she has a fear of butterflies, definitely is horrible. Also, Ray, you know, being introduced, like, I didn't know that this episode, Grendiaper, was like Ray's introduction episode as well, because Kim like grabs Zoe's hand and he's like, yeah, so he's also from New York, is there a possibility that you know this guy? And it's like, yeah, that's the guy that actually bullied me back when I was in New York. I thought I escaped him, but no, he's here. It's one of those moments. It's like, why is he here? But yeah, so the fact that Ray actually, right off the bat, in the episode he's introduced, he's already causing trouble. He's already like making things hard, like writing that thing in the box where Marinette was giving Adrian that treat. It was such a cute like Adrianette moment, and they literally tried to ruin it. Like, I'm glad that Adrian knows that Marinette isn't that kind of girl, because if Adrian didn't know, like, there's a possibility that they were trying to, like, really hurt Adrian at that moment. And I'm just like, why would Zoe father would quit being mayor? Yeah, so so about Andre. Yeah, so I know Miss Bustier is the mayor. I want to say this. I don't want to say this in an offensive way. I have nothing against Miss Bustier. It's just that I did like Andre being the mayor. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna try to say this in a way that's not offensive. Hmm, man, I'm really struggling with how to say this in a non-offensive way. I'm literally not trying to be a certain way if I say this, but I'm gonna just be honest. Like, I get that we want to have this like girl boss kind of movement thing, but like, I didn't see anything wrong with Andre being the mayor over Miraculous. It kind of didn't make any sense for them to do that. I get that they're saying the reason why he stopped being mayor was because he wanted to pursue um his career, because he was actually like a screenwriter. Like, when we saw the thing about Adrian and his mom was an actress, like, it was literally Gabriel Agreste, Emily, and Andre. They had that thing where they made that film that Adrian wanted to see that his father didn't let him see. If that makes sense. I forgot what the name of the film was. But they were all in like an acting thing together. So, but I didn't see anything wrong with him being mayor. I think in the episode, what's that episode? Oh, I really need to remember these episodes. There's so many of them. It's the one where Chloe is like, she's trying to be mayor, and like they couldn't find her Akuma, and it was in that little sash thingy. I think they found out that like Andre had some sort of fraud. POV me, if Lila was bald, I would be happy. Yeah. But it's like the thing where she had that Akuma in that little like sash thingy, and it was just like, how were you like, they found some sort of fraud, I think, with him. Like, the fact that Chloe was able to do that, she got akumatized, but they also found out that he didn't like say no to a lot of things. Like, Andre didn't say no to a lot of things. So when people presented him with stuff, he didn't like push back or tell people no a lot. So I feel like that got him in trouble in a way. And it had gotten to the point where like his wife, like, you know, his child, they were unruly and he couldn't do anything with them. So I think he just like stepped down from being mayor just because he knew that there wasn't really anything else he could do, like, within his power, even though he had power to do stuff, but he was also letting them get away with anything. So when his wife Audrey or his daughter Chloe would come to him, anytime they wanted something, Andre would do it, whether it was breaking the law or not, like breaking Parisian law or not. So that's why I believe he stepped down, because he didn't know how to say no to his wife or his daughter. So since he knew that, he was just like, yeah, I'm just going to step down. Like, I don't think I should be mayor anymore. And honestly, that was a wise decision. But I miss him being the mayor, though. I do miss it. But you know who I'm really actually looking for? I'm looking for Andre, the ice cream guy. Where is he? Where is Andre, the man that was Glossiator for like literally 3 episodes? Where is he? I'm like, did they just forget to put him in, or is he no longer in the show? I feel like Andre should be back in the show though. Like, I used to like when the characters used to go to Andre and get the little like ice cream things, and we didn't get that in the episode. What was the name of that episode where, oh, Revelator. In the episode Revelator, we didn't get that scene. Maybe he is making more ice cream. I hope so, because I'm just like, where did he go? Like, the man is invisible. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, is he going to have another episode? I kind of miss his character. Like, honestly, I do miss him. Um And the fact that they brought back Nadia. They brought back Nadia Shamak and Manon. Like, I was like, where has Nadia been? And I was like, when I got excited when they brought Nadia back into the episode Noe, that I was like, oh yes, she's back to being a reporter. And then right in that moment when I was excited, they were like, yeah, she got fired. And I'm like, fired? Like, she just got back on the screen. Like, how did she lose her reporting job? Which is crazy. But she's like, I think she's like a podcaster now. So kind of like the same thing, but she's doing it in her own way. So I think that's pretty cool. Also, I don't know. Also, I see that Marinette is sewing again, which I think is fun. That like she's going back to sewing because I thought she was kind of done with fashion just because of like what Gabriel said to her, you know. So I'm just glad to see that what Gabriel said to her didn't discourage her from actually being, you know, a fashion designer. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah, there's that. But I'm like, I'm just interested. I'm interested to see like where this goes. Is Luca coming back? I also have heard news that we are possibly getting another hiatus. Like, so that means we won't be probably getting, they said, more episodes until like March. And I'm like, okay. Also, what was really weird is that they said that they were like finished with season 6. But when we go back and look at season 6, we don't actually see like what's going on. Like, we don't, I thought like they said they were done voice acting it, so to speak, like, but apparently I guess not, because Christina, the one that's the voice actor of Ladybug, she was like, yeah, just got done, you know, voice acting some more, you know, dubbing more stuff. And I'm just like, wait, so season 6 wasn't finished? And I feel like I knew this though. Like, that's what I feel like I knew season 6 really wasn't finished just because it's kind of like, it's November. It's November. Seems like all of the episodes would be put out by now. But like, we're still getting episodes released and they're not here. Like, they're not here, the episodes. And I'm like, okay, so like, when is season 6 gonna fully be put out? Because I know we all want to see season 6. And I'm like, I just have no clue when it's gonna be finished. But someone said March though of next year. And I'm like, that's too long. But we do know that the Rio special is coming out next year, so that's interesting. I'm excited about Rio. Miraculous World Rio. And they said Rup is going to be in it. Luca's going to be in it. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, and Grendiaper. Also, the way Cat Noir. What if there is season 7 Miraculous? Yeah, so they already also said that Miraculous season 7 is in production. So they're working on season 7, which is interesting. I don't know exactly when it's gonna be released. Maybe sometime next year. So I'm not sure when season 7 will be released. But yeah, so they're working on season 7 though. They said they're in production right now. So that's really excited. That's really exciting about season 7. I'm not sure what to expect, but I know it's probably going to be really, really interesting. I really cannot wait until season 7, because I just want to know, like, how is this story developing? What's going on? What have we seen? What haven't we seen? So I think it's just really going to be exciting. Um, Let me think. So, like I said, I want to see more of Cat Noir's new power, that erasing memory thing, because we don't see that yet. Also, will Ladybug get another new power as well? Because she has the power of the Lucky Charm and the Miraculous Ladybug. And then we have Cat Noir, and his power was Cataclysm. But he also had that power to erase the memories. I'm like, is he ever going to use that power again? Or was that just for one episode? Like, I'm just trying to see. I want him to use his new power again, because I want to see, like, how it works on somebody else. I got to go by Ladybug Edits. But yeah, I definitely want to see how it works. Bye. So I would be really excited about the new season 7. We haven't really gotten any details about it yet, but I'm hoping that it'll be a fun watch. I'm hoping, because I know a lot of people left because of the new animation for Miraculous. So I'm just hoping that it will be good. But yeah, the episode Grendiaper was really, really an interesting episode to watch. I'm just hoping that Zoe doesn't become a villain. I'm hoping that Zoe actually stays a nice girl, because I don't think we really want Zoe to be a villain at the end of the day. But yeah, so I think I'm going to end this live here, you guys, because I noticed nobody else came. Nobody else came to the live. I know I'm a bit earlier than I usually am. I'm trying to figure out, like, when can I go live? I know you guys are on later, but I can't do later because usually I'm busy later on. Because I was trying to see, like, how can I go live where you guys can see or join the live. I did say I was going to try and do a different day, but this week was actually really, really busy. So yeah, you guys, I am going to try my best to go live on Saturday. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live. I do need to do my setup again, though. But honestly, I think you guys are getting tired of the flower setup. I really would love to have a new setup. Also, you guys, if you made it to the end of this live, I do have merch. So if you would like to buy a shirt, you can go to the community section on YouTube of my channel, and you can buy a shirt if you enjoy the channel, if you enjoy watching it. You know, it's just to support the channel, and so we can do, like, other things. I would love to do other kind of fun videos on this channel, you know, kind of mix it up, do different things. Like, I would love to do, like, some unboxings, maybe. Just trying to find other creative ways to make content. So if you guys want to help, like I said, you can go to the link in the community tabs, and you'll see the designs of the shirts, and you can buy them. So yep, you can go straight there, and it'll take you to the store, and you can purchase a shirt, a cup, a blanket, whatever you feel like fits you, and you can buy some for you and your not your fans, sorry, you and your friends and your family. So yes, go ahead, go to the store. It's at Miraculously Awesome Squad. That's the store on Bonfire. So yeah, if you would like to purchase a shirt, you can go there and click that awesome link and it'll take you there. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching the live. And I will try to see you on Saturday if I can. So thank you for joining, and I hope you join next time on Saturday. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay, you guys, bug out.